I'm Betty Ann Adam. I was a child of the 60s scoop. A lot of people hear that term and they don't know what it means. In the late 1950s, early all the way through until the 1980s, thousands of Indigenous children were taken from their families and communities and placed in white foster homes and white adoptive homes across Canada and even around the world. Birth families and communities were not told where the children were taken or given any opportunity to get the children back. And the children were usually raised without any access to their culture, no connection to their families, their language, their communities. Some of the children didn't find permanent homes and were moved from one temporary home to another throughout their childhood, leaving them feeling not unconnected, disconnected to any place or anybody. The practice of removing children from their homes was an expansion of the century-old Indian residential school system that was winding down at the end of the 1950s. It produced generations of adults who'd grown up without being nurtured by their families. Social breakdown, alcohol abuse, and poverty devastated many Indigenous communities and led to the conditions that created the so-called 60s scoop. In 1959, less than 1% of children in foster care were Indigenous. Within 10 years, they made up 40%. Many of the adults who were children of the 60s scoop have reconnected with their communities and families, and that was the case in my family. We met for the first time ever a year and a half ago. Director Tasha Hubbard has made a National Film Board documentary about my family's first meeting and the first week that we spent together. It's called Birth of a Family. It premieres at the Hot Docs Film Festival on May 2nd. And I've written a piece for the Star Phoenix, a feature that talks about the background about my search for my family and our first meeting. It runs on April 29th in the Star Phoenix.